Let's see. Split Fiction director defends EA. Says everybody's done something that's not good. Electronic Arts has never been a particularly popular company in the eyes of the consumer. The Hazelight Studio founder Josef Fares, aka Fuck the Oscars, collaborated on 3 titles with the publisher and is willing to go up to bat for them in a decent interview. Speaking to the game business, the Split Fiction director said that there are a lot of great people at EA who respect Hazelight's work and leave them be. Then in classic Josef fashion, he argued that there's not a publisher in the world that hasn't fucked up now and then. While EA has an infamous reputation of earning the title of worst company in America from the website, I do feel like that was OD when they won that shit. The list of reasons of why people hate them. Let's see what he had to say though. I mean, come on. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, everybody's done something that's not good. First of all, those are hardware manufacturers. We're talking about your game publisher. That's completely different. But for some reason, EA has become the bad guy. It's because I'm gonna tell you why people hate if you ever see this video, Mr. Fares, the reason people hate EA is because EA has gobbled up a lot of people's favorite IPs and flat out fucking ruined them. With just microtransactions out the woo-wah, not listening. Even with like Battlefield 6, like I can admit I like Battlefield 6 gameplay, but they're fumbling the bag when it comes to content. Now, granted, I'm gonna give them a little bit of grace because Vince just passed away, but season 2 still should have been out by now. RIP to Vince. They're fumbling the bag on that shit, and the player base is dying because of it, despite whether or not people like the shooting. There's a lack of content, but EA has just fucked over studio after studio. I'll give you a great example of why people hate EA. What was that joint? Dead Space 1 and 2, classics. Dead Space 3, it comes time to make it. And around that time, this is when Call of Duty first started blowing up. I don't know if it was Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. It was around that era when Call of Duty first started to hit its stride. Everybody wanted to be like Call of Duty. That was like one of the dark ages of gaming because Call of Duty ruined a lot of fucking franchises. So every publisher wanted their game to be like Call of Duty. Dead Space. So what happened is EA made the Dead Space developers turn Dead Space into a horror game, a horror space game, into a third-person action co-op shooter, and that shit was ass. It's not what we wanted. A more recent example is what they did with Anthem. BioWare did not want to make Anthem. You forced a studio known for creating hardcore RPGs into making a live service game. That's not how things work. They also ruined the recent Dragon Age. They've ruined Madden. They've ruined fucking, I don't know the state of FIFA. Do y'all like that shit? I don't know. I didn't cover the Battle 6 delay. I'm gonna get to that. But they've done so much shit to make people hate them. Even when I've told the story a million times, but in case you haven't heard it, I'm gonna tell it again because I'm getting in the habit of repeating myself. One time, I forgot what event it was. I got to preview some EA game early, like 10 years ago. And after we previewed the game, they had a little powwow with all the content creators that they invited out. And we got to ask EA questions. And one of the topics they were talking about was toxicity in gaming. They had this whole slideshow about how to reduce toxicity in gaming. And then after that, they passed the microphone around and allowed the creators to ask questions. And I asked the question, I said, because they were basically pointing the finger at you and I was like, I hear what you guys are saying. Like, gamers can be toxic. I'm not debating that. But I said, what about your gameplay mechanics? I think they increase toxicity. I mean, let's take a look at loot crates and microtransactions. When you add things in the game that can only be bought and they also make you better at the game, that makes people resent the people that are paying for it. Now they're getting on the mic yelling racial slurs or all types of obscenities and shit. So I was like, you don't think you guys are part of the problem? I swear to God, you could hear a pin drop after I said that on the microphone. All the other content creators were like looking at me like smirking, like they agreed, but you could hear a pin drop. Nobody answered the question. And then the lady that was on the microphone that was sitting up top, he said, that's a good question. Does anybody have anything else? They didn't answer my question, by the way. So long story short, another 30 minutes pass in this little meeting that we have, and I leave. I'm walking out. And I swear to God, may God strike me down. This is one of the funniest stories. We're walking out of the room where we had the meeting, and this guy grabs me by the arm and he says, hey, buddy, are you the one that asked the question about the microtransactions and the loot boxes increasing toxicity in gaming? I was like, yeah, that was me. He said, great question. Look, good question, but you got to understand the reason we put microtransactions in our game is because gamers love them, okay? So it's like, I understand you don't like them, but people love it. They keep buying it. So that's why we're going to keep putting it in the game. There's no problem. And I swear to God, if you ever seen, I always use this reference, if you ever seen Avatar, the first Airbender, it reminded me of Shorty that was following around the Avatar crew that said, there's no war in Ba Sing Se. This shit was fucking crazy. This is why people hate EA. They give you feedback and then you don't fucking listen. So to you, I'm going to give you some advice. Because to me, what this sounds like is you're in a relationship with somebody who has a toxic past. And honestly, a toxic present, because we could talk about Skate if you want to. Skate is a more recent example. $55 billion company. Matter of fact, let me...
Friendly reminder, EA is a $55 billion company that just sold to the Saudi investment fund. They were worth $50 billion before selling. Now they're worth $55 billion, so they made an extra $5 billion. They just released a skateboarding game that people were waiting for 15 years for in an unfinished state with a store full of microtransactions, and you niggas ate that shit up after I told you stop.
That's why people hate EA. It's not some indie Kickstarter game. It's a $55 billion company, man. So let me give you some advice. You, Mr. Yosef, are in a relationship with somebody who has a toxic resume. And just because they treated you well doesn't mean they won't fuck you over. And matter of fact, I'm not trying to speak it into existence, but I'm not afraid to say the time they will probably fuck you over is if at any point your game stops selling. See, everything is good at EA because EA is about what? Say it with me.
Money, dollars, yen, pesos.
The moment that money stops coming in, they're going to treat your ass different. But see, you've done a very rare thing. And kudos to you because your team is talented. It Takes Two. What was the prison game? I forgot the name of the prison game. Split Fiction. And then the prison game. You've gone 3 for 3. His studio is fire. They've gone 3 for 3. No Way Out. Yeah, No Way Out, Split Fiction, and It Takes Two. They've gone 3 for 3 in terms of releasing games. So you guys have a great relationship with EA. Everything you've released has been a 9 or higher. God forbid a nigga release a 7 out of 10. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Now you ain't moving tens of millions of copies. EA might treat you differently. So before you, don't get me wrong, be professional, get your money, make sure you know they supporting your game, advertising, fronting the bill and shit like that. But what I will say, Mr. Yosef, if there's a publisher that you should never stick your fucking neck out for, it's EA, Activision, and Ubisoft. Because they may not be fucking you now, but that doesn't mean they won't be fucking you tomorrow. You've been warned. You said, and Nintendo? Well, Nintendo has like mainly their own in-house teams and shit like that. That's kind of different. EA equals egregious activity. Keep it professional, but don't be getting buddy-buddy with EA, man. For Skate, the real fun is the community. You can have fun with people in that world, but it's not soulless as fuck. See, I disagree with that. Like, yeah, I get it. Some people in the Skate community are finding fun in it because you guys are banding together. But what happens when that wears off? It doesn't change the fact that that is an unfinished game. You guys will not get a better product unless you demand a better product. I'm glad you're finding some fun in it, but nothing will change as long as you guys find a reason. You're like, I don't know if you understand. You're basically, you're admitting we found a reason to like the game. You should just love the fucking game. You shouldn't be looking for, oh. That's like being in some dry ass pussy, bruh. I'm trying like this shit. I'm trying. No, nigga. You should be in the water.
This should be you. Damn. What the fuck? Bloop, 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 bloop. This shit going is stupid. I ain't gonna lie, nigga batting out his fucking league right now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wife this, but tonight we gonna have a good time.
But no sex before marriage, by the way. No, we the community, we banded together. We found a way to love the game. Like, look what you talking about, bro. There's too many great games out here to be banding together and fighting the good fight. The fight you should be fighting is against the fucking corporation, man. I don't get this reference. I'm waiting for marriage. Real shit. I'm glad you found some fun in it, but we not gonna do better unless we demand better. Can I get a fraud watch from my friend who spent $55 on the Where the Wind Meets? Where the Wind Meets is real AI slop. For a term that's getting thrown around so often, you'd think it would go to Where the Wind Meets. AI slop only applies to things people don't like, but when it's a free-to-play 6 out of 10, niggas love it for some reason. That shit is crazy. Other news, and I just touched on it. Battlefield 6 Season 2 has been delayed to February. EA wants to tackle community feedback with an extended Season 1. EA and Battlefield Studios has announced the Battlefield 6 Season 2 release date has been delayed as it works to address community feedback with an extended Season 1. The team behind last year's new Battlefield game announced the delay for the long-awaited new season with an enigmatic Season 2 trailer and blog post. The trailer itself is only 7 seconds long, showing a gas mask emerge and some green smoke before promising a Battlefield 6 and Red 6 Season 2 release date for February 17th. AKA, there's nothing to show. You're not in just chatting? Oh, shit. Let me change it. Nothing to show. They better hurry up, bro. I feel like, as much as, to be 100% fair, as much as I've personally been enjoying Battlefield 6, we got to keep it real. You guys are on the clock. I'm paying attention to the temperature, and people are getting tired. People are posting posts on Twitter. They are dunking on this game, talking about the player base dying. And I do think a part of it is, not only is there a lack of content since the game dropped a few months ago, but also I think that the last update introduced a string of bugs and glitches. Game be crashing sometimes. It wasn't doing that at launch. It was really well optimized. The patch ruined some of the optimization, and you guys still haven't fixed that shit. And, you know, I'm trying to, me personally, I understand the situation. I know that Vince Zampella, the head of the studio, recently passed away in a car crash, RIP, but you got to understand, most people that play games are not watching streams like this. They are not reading the news, so they're missing the context. All they know is they feel like the game is not being supported the way that it needs to be. So I hope EA get it together, because Arc Raiders is eating your fucking lunch right now, man. They're eating your lunch. Yo, shout out to John Space Cowboy with the $5 super chat. He said, I can't believe the devs looked at Call of Duty's model knowing that it was spiraling out of control and said, let's do it. Fucking crazy, bro. Arc Raiders taking all the players, bro. I only play Strike Point and I get bored on the same maps. Yeah. And I wonder, part of me wonders, does that have to do with the lack of content, or is just, has the internet become so fast and gluttonous with the content that we absorb, we just expect more and more and more? And I feel like the truth is somewhere in the middle. Because, like, if you think back to the old days, the early 2010s when we was playing Call of Duty, it was a long time before like a new map pack would drop. But, and this is why I said live service games are the devil. I'm gonna say it. Live service games are the devil for two reasons. The obvious one that we all know is it's introduced microtransactions out the woo-wah. The second one, a lot of you probably don't know and maybe not agree, it's also introduced a new bracket of gamer that has sunken cost fallacy. They have thousands of dollars on this free-to-play game, so they refuse to try anything else. And now they want to comment on the industry and talk about gaming is dead. Those people are fucking annoying. But the third thing that live service games have done is, I think it's shortened our attention span. It's made us super, not me personally, maybe not you, but maybe some of your friends. It's made people super entitled to wanting more. And our attention spans have become shorter. We used to be happy for like 6 months. Now it's like, oh, you don't got a map pack a month after the game came out? Nigga, this shit is fucking dead. You said Shroud. Well, that's different. I'm talking about, so when I'm talking about from this conversation, I'm talking from an everyday standpoint, right? I'm talking about the person who works the 9 to 5. I'm not talking about like a streamer. And shout out to Ninja. Ninja called his ass out. I seen the clip. Ninja, because Shroud has been saying Arc Raiders is boring. There's nothing to do in the game. And Ninja said it's because you play the game 15 hours a day. He's like, you've played like 500 hours. Of course, there's nothing to do. But for the person who works a 9 to 5, there's plenty to do because they only get 2 hours on the game a day, maybe even an hour. And I agree. I've been said this shit. This is why I said y'all gotta stop listening to certain streamers, bro. Niggas sit on their ass 14 hours a day playing one game, talking about there's nothing to do. Nigga, you played the game for 100,000 hours in 1 week. Get a life. And you're correct. When we got games and it released in the 2010s, it was a plethora of content. Now the limit is spread across the season. And you know, to be fair, I'm not gonna just put that on live service games. I think live service games are part of the problem, but I also think short form content like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, IG Reels, that ruined the people's attention spans, and now people want more and more and more. And you have to stop and ask yourself, like, damn, the game just came out 2 weeks ago. Why am I asking for a fucking map pack? Maybe I should go outside or play something different. What else I got for ya? So February is when the season 2 will come. I'm rooting for y'all. I hope y'all get it together because I do like the game, but it's important to be realistic. Code Vein 2 overview trailer. Some people were asking me if I was playing this. Probably not. I think Watts is going to play it. So you want to hear somebody talk about it on the podcast, but I just didn't really like the first game. But I mean, I'll check it out. I know some of y'all are interested in it.
For centuries, the world has been tormented by a
I'm on 1.25.
mystery known as the Resurgence.
Anime Souls.
That unleashed grotesque horrors and brought humanity to the brink of extinction. From the shadows rose the Revenants, immortals who fought back against the darkness and sealed the Resurgence away. Yet, one fateful event shattered the fragile balance. The ritual sustaining the seal began to weaken, threatening the world once more. In a final act of sacrifice, a group of Revenants, revered as the Heroes, restored the seal. But their deed birthed the Luna Rapaces, a haunting celestial body.
What the fuck are they talking about? This shit's nerdy. The haunting celestial body. Let's get to the game. Yeah, the first game was just okay. But you know how I knew the first game was mid? Because you could play the whole game in co-op. Me and Ethos played it, and I still didn't really enjoy it. When you got a friend playing with you and it's still kind of mid, I'm like, that's a bad sign.
And prevent the Resurgence from being unleashed.
Still talking about story. Come on.
You can fine-tune your character's physique, customize your character's hair down to the smallest details, such as the length of the bangs and the degree of curl. Adjust the angle and sharpness of the ears, select nail colors, and specialize your look with the game's distinctive Kensuke-style details.
It's got nail color customization. Holy smokes!
Limitless combinations for personalization, a rich assortment of costume variations, in-depth color customizations, a per-part on-off feature to mix it.
The funny thing about these anime games is, you see how much customization this shit got? It got all this shit in here, but it won't have a proper way to make a black person. They'll either have they'll have 2 skin shades, 2 complexions. They'll have like this color where you damn near look white or like Asian, like a Wasian, and then they'll have fucking 3 a.m. But they got all this other goofy shit in here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Even customize the material texture and patterns. Now, with your personalized character finished, let's embark on an adventure that transcends time.
Hell, you're going to. And then the anime community will try to hide behind the fact, well, it's a Japanese developed game. They don't know how to do the complexion. I don't want to hear that shit, bruh. Google is free. Bring in some black people. They seem to get it right in the Western studios. Stop caping for them, bruh.
In Code Vein 2, you'll have an entirely new world.
You know who your audience is.
Foot or using your motorcycle. Some of the many different biomes include the Sunken City, a city half submerged by the Resurgence and full of polluted water in the present. The Undead Forest, covered in resentment, with a cocoon leaking resentment throughout haunted woods. The Corroded Scar, a ravine filled with ore and acid.
They got Slime Time from Nickelodeon. Oh shit.
Full of secrets, as you will discover on your adventure.
Take a look at Gotcha Coochie. There's no excuse. This shit.
You won't have to explore by yourself, though, as you'll have powerful allies who can fight alongside you or enhance.
So it is full-blown co-op still.
Offers
it's cool.
Special effects called link traits. And
so you can have an AI. Uh-oh. They saying off rip, you can have an AI summon partner. Is that Mickey chat? Let me know.
Link traits are active only while your bond with the partner is strong, temporarily disappearing if the bond weakens from damage. Partner trait bonuses provide passive effects, like stat boosts or added combat benefits, and can be further enhanced by deepening your relationship. There are 2 ways to utilize your partner.
I'm not gonna lie, this game still looks a little ashy.
Unleash your partner to
Am I bugging, or does this look like a PS Vita game? It looks a little ashy.
fight by your side. They'll act independently, launching attacks and providing support during combat. This can be useful when fighting large groups of enemies. The second is assimilation. With this option, your partner and you become one as they enhance your power.
Hey, what the fuck? Am I bugging?
Useful when fighting large groups of enemies. The second is
Yeah, am I bugging? Did they show the brown skinned person when talking about assimilation? Is that not weird?
assimilation. With it,
In this game, you're gonna teach the blacks how to fucking assimilate, or the Puerto Ricans how to assimilate in the white neighborhood. Because Brooklyn's white now.
this option,
It's
your
ours.
partner and you
But keep that Biggie mural up. Keep it up.
become one as they enhance
That was kind of weird. Who edited this shit?
and abilities. This is effective when fighting powerful enemies one-on-one. One of the biggest benefits to using a partner is the restorative offering, which restores your health when your HP drops to 0. However, after it's activated, your partner will be incapacitated for a short time, during
no.
which they cannot perform the action again. If you don't want to rely on your partner bringing you back to life, then you'll need to master all the tools at your disposal in combat.
That's pretty cool. Revenant combat.
In Code Vein 2, a drain attack is an offensive maneuver used to extract blood from enemies and gaining Ichor, making it an essential part of combat in the game. Using this Ichor will allow you to unleash
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you, chat. That's enough for me. If you want to check out the full trailer, I'll drop the link in the chat, but I'm not playing this shit, chat. Don't ask me my opinion on this game. It's just, it doesn't look bad. It looks like a cool 7 out of 10. Yeah, we going
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
hold on, let me see. February. Like, I'd rather just wait for February game. And the only reason I'm playing High Guard is because it's free to play if it does come out. I know Neo comes out in February. See, like, that's another reason, right? This is supposed to come out this month, I believe. I don't want to start a half-ass Souls game and then get, because, you know, if I start my games, I want to beat them, unlike JG. I just don't want to spend the $70 knowing I'm probably not going to beat this shit, knowing in February, Neo 3 comes out. Yeah, see, Code Violet. Or no, not Code Violet. That game sucks. Not that dinosaur game. When does this shit come out? Code Vein comes out on the 30th. Oh, and then this is a damn near February. Oh, fuck no. It don't even come out like this week. This shit come out on the 30th. This is a February game. Fuck no. Yeah, Neo 3. These niggas is crazy. Yo, Bandai Namco is crazy. You put this out the week before Neo 3 comes out. Chat, if you like Souls games, stay the fuck away from this. Just wait a week. There's a better one coming out. And this one has co-op too. They're crazy. This is what I mean when I say look at the calendar. Please look at the calendar, make the assessment, and ask yourself, do we think we can compete? Because I got an answer for you. The answer is no, nigga. The Rad Brad gonna be gassing up the dinosaur. Nah, don't do that to the Rad Brad. Rad Brad's cool. The only reason I always reference the Rad Brad is because he's an old school Let's Player, but and I know y'all niggas be watching them, but I don't have no issue with Rad Brad. The Neo 3 demo carries over to the game too. Hey, and the demo's out, it carries over. So we got Neo 3, you got a new Yakuza. Who's getting that Mario Tennis for the Switch 2? Reanimal. Is that action game? Oh wait, no, that's that co-op. Is that the co-op game? I'm not gonna lie, I might play this, chat. I might play this. I was talking to somebody. I might play this one, chat. But this is the new game from the people who made Little Nightmares, I believe. It's a co-op game. Yeah, from the Little Night. I might play this one too. I'm skipping that. The last game gave me a headache. Oh, Resident Evil Requiem comes out on the 27th. We probably on that. Is anything else coming out in March? Nothing is coming out in March that I'm interested. I don't care about that mouse game. All right, so I can confirm, looking at the schedule, we'll probably play Resident Evil. I keep my word. I said I'm interested in it, but it depends on what comes out around that time, because March is pretty much free. If I don't get to it in February, we'll play it in March. Are you playing DQ7? What's DQ7? What, the 7th of what, nigga? What got the 7th entry? What? Oh, Dragon Quest 7? Nah, I'm good off that. I'm good off that. I'm not a big Dragon Quest fan. It's not my cup of tea. Romeo is dead. What the fuck is Romeo is dead? You Romeo is dead niggas always coming in my chat. I don't know what is this? Romeo is dead game. Romeo is dead, man. Every day y'all come in here. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this in my natural black life. What the hell? 9 minutes.
Okay, this guy got to play a big old chunk.
Get to
Excited
it.
for what this game is. let's get into it.
This shit better be fire.
This video is brought to you by Acer Nitro Gaming.
Sells punk rock studio who makes games that are no holds barred. They do what they want. And Romeo's for them.
That's cool. Get to the game.
It's going to go on tangents about films and pop culture. It's going to reference those things, but it still does it while completely being its own. Well, yeah, totally, absolutely.
It's from the people who made No More Heroes. Oh, so you know it's gonna be wacky and kooky.
The short of it is, you play as Romeo. He is a special time-traveling agent.
My cousin texted me about this shit yesterday. They in a cult. Yeah.
Many eras to hunt down a bunch of baddies, but in the process, also finding or battling his true love, Juliet, which definitely she's, doesn't fit in the good guy realm of this game, considering she's the first boss and she's like a big naked decapitated woman.
What the hell?
It's pretty sick.
What platforms is this on?
Now, while of course I would love to elaborate on the story, in its nature of being a time travel sci-fi story, it's convoluted, it's messy, deliberately, and told in weird, wacky, fragmented ways. So yeah.
I ain't gonna hold y'all, chat. From first impressions,
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off
Sort
stream.
of actual melee attack weapons.
I gotta see some reviews. I don't know,
You have
man.
power-ups, but then you also have the ability.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Which are
Yeah, it just feels like it's all over the place. I don't know what I'm looking at.
in battle. In order to upgrade any of these one thing,
I'll check for reviews. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta see some reviews before I pick this one. It's a maybe. I don't know about that. But definitely Requiem. It came out at the right time. They putting out 3 different goddamn joints. Shit like an acid trip. Did you download the Dusk Fade demo? I did not. I didn't know there was a Dusk Fade demo. I appreciate you. Is it on Steam? I know there's a Styx Blade demo. I wanted to put that out there. If you're into stealth games and you're looking for something to play, it's only available out on Steam though. It is. Let's see. Let's go live store. Dusk Fade. Oh yeah, there's a demo. Cool.
My star.
I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna add that to the list. I'm looking forward to Romeo as a Dead Man. I'm looking forward to seeing what people say. Wait, is the game already out? It has very positive reviews. Am I bugging? September 25th, 2025. Oh, this is for the demo, I guess. The full game's not out. Okay, those are reviews of the demo. Okay. It has positive reviews, though. You would not be. Yeah, I'm not playing no High on Life, bro. That shit literally made me high. I didn't really fuck with that shit, bro. I'll be fucking up my internet speed. All right, what else we got? Oh, I think that's all the articles I got. Let me go into Subbox real quick. Let me change to. Oh, I remember seeing Dust Fades. I went to the wrong account. Hold up. Yeah, it's like a mix between Kingdom Hearts and like Jack and Dexter. They said those were the main inspirations. Oh shit, Tavern Manager. Who wants to play Tavern Manager? Hell yeah. Truck Simulator, Dungeons, Dining Tales. Nothing, because I remember these trailers from yesterday. You see the Ubisoft acquired March of Giants from Amazon? What the hell is that? I got that. I'm gonna get to that. Official Chi Gauge tutorial. Oh shit. See how that work? Dino Blade. Avatar.
Chi is the spiritual energy that primarily powers your movement and defensive abilities. The Chi gauge will regenerate over time while not being.
I never heard of Corazine Zone. What's that?
Flow stance costs Chi to activate and additional Chi to sustain. Flow stance automatically guards attacks. However, flow stance leaves you vulnerable to critical throws. Each character has unique flow techniques that offer a variety of movement options. Many flow techniques can avoid high or low attacks. Many flow techniques will have follow-up options. 3 types of actions.
I still can't get over the graphics. I'm trying to move past it and just focus on the gameplay.
1. Unique techniques, also known as command normals, can cancel into flow techniques. Number 2. Flow techniques cancel into different other flow techniques. number 3, guarding, also known as guard cancel, can go into certain flow techniques. Pressing flow and the C button while blocking activates a guard reversal.
Dude doesn't sound like he wants to do this.
You become unbalanced.
To be fair to the voice actor, as somebody who's been contracted for doing stuff, it's not his game. I feel like that's a fair critique when it's a developer talking about their game, but I don't think this is a dev. This is somebody they probably contracted to do the voiceover, and then you have to go by what the director says. The director probably told him say it in a monotone voice, so that like it's easy to just pick up on what they're saying.
An unbalanced state automatically recovers after a set amount of time.
I'm not gonna lie, this does not look good. When Max played it, it looks way better.
During unbalance, you cannot perform any actions using the flow button. While unbalanced, all hits become counter hits, with all knockdowns becoming untechable hard knockdowns. Additionally,
I'm just curious to see what people actually give it a chance. That's a crazy combo.
due to all hits becoming counter hits, unbalanced state makes you susceptible to even more freeform combos from your opponent. Lastly, getting hit by a true chakra art while unbalanced will cause you to instantly lose.
I've disappointed you.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to keep your chi gauges up by following us
PS4
on our socials. Until next time.
Switch. Top main, top main, top.